Hey guys, it's Connie here. In today's video, I'm going to be reviewing an electronics item basically that I recently purchased, and it's this product right here. It's the Canon Powershot Elph 330 HS point and shoot camera. And it's going to be like a mini review. I'm probably, as I'm talking in this video, I'm not going to remember all the specifications for this camera, so I'm not going to say that it's a full review. So it's a mini review basically on some of the main features of the camera that I like a lot and wanted to just share with you all if you guys are in the market for a point and shoot camera. There's so many point and shoot cameras on the market, so it's really up to your preferences and what you're going to be using your camera for. So when I bought this camera, I wanted to use it not only for vlogging, but just to take pictures with, because obviously, like let's say you're traveling somewhere and you don't want to lug around your huge DSLR camera, which is kind of heavy as well, and you just wanted to take something very light and portable that's going to take pretty decent pictures. So that's the reason why we bought this camera, we being my husband John and I. So far it has not let me down. The video quality is excellent, really good photo quality as well. I like that it is very small, very compact, very light, but it doesn't feel too flimsy. It does feel pretty sturdy for it being so small. And really you could take this with you on the go pretty much anywhere, and it could just fit in your purse. The one thing that I really liked about this camera for vlogging is that it is a very wide angle. It's 24mm wide angle lens. So if you're pointing the camera at you like this and you're worried that you may not be getting in the shot, well, if you have a 24mm lens, you don't really have to worry about that. As long as you're pointing it at yourself, due to the wideness of the angle of the lens, you're going to be in the shot. So that's something that's really awesome. The other awesome quality that I found with this camera is that it has a Wi-Fi capability. So you don't need to necessarily use a USB cord to plug it into your computer, to transfer the photos. You can just do it wirelessly. And if you set this camera up with your smartphone, then you can actually take the photos on here and wirelessly send the photos from here into your phone, which you can then share on social media. John and I used that function when we were in Hawaii, when we wanted to create a really quick photo collage, and then we posted it up on Instagram. Now, why didn't I do that directly from my phone? Well, because we were in a very low light situation, and using flash with your smartphone, it just doesn't look very nice at night. So we were able to use this camera to take the photo with flash. It was in a dark restaurant, and then wirelessly transfer the photos into the phone, and then save those photos on the phone, and then we could now use Instagram or whatever. So that is probably one of the main features that I really like from this camera. Another thing I want to mention about this camera that I really like is the IS feature, the image stabilization. So if let's say you're like this and you're vlogging and you have the camera pointed towards you, and when you're walking, there's going to be movement of your arm, with the camera. So instead of it creating like this sort of wobbly video image, it's actually going to be a lot more stable. That's another really great feature on this camera, especially if you plan to vlog a lot and take a lot of video. Anyways, so the one thing I noticed about the camera's battery is that the battery life is not very good. I noticed it just kind of runs out quickly. It depends on how much you're vlogging. So obviously the battery will do very well for you if you're just taking photos, but video takes up more battery life, obviously. So what I would recommend is just going on Amazon and buying like a replacement battery. You can get the non-Canon brand batteries like in a 2-pack for only 12 bucks. So I did that. So I've got total 3 batteries that I can quickly switch it out if I see the battery symbol blinking on my camera telling me that it's gonna run out. And the other thing is that it requires an SD card, and for vlogging I would recommend the 16 gigabytes or higher. I usually use the 16 or 32. One of the things I don't like is the focusing, the autofocusing. It's a little bit slow, so sometimes when you turn on the camera and you point it at something, it's going to be blurry. And then you have to just kind of give it a second and then it'll come into focus. But the autofocus is slow at times, but it doesn't really bother me because all I do is just, you know, I just let it focus and then I can start shooting. So it's not a huge deal for me. But if you were, you know, like let's say you saw something really cool and wanted to bust out the camera and take photos or video right away, and then you press the record button, you're gonna see that blur. One thing I forgot to mention is that the microphone on this camera is in the front of the camera. So if you're vlogging like this, it's great. It'll pick up audio really well. However, if you are pointing, you know, the camera at something else other than yourself, then the audio is not going to be as good because there's no microphone in the back, just in the front. So overall, a great camera for vlogging and for taking photos. And again, the highlight of this camera is the Wi-Fi capability. Yeah, I think I'll be using this camera for a very long time, and it just hasn't let me down. So hope you guys enjoyed this mini review of the Canon Powershot Elph 330HS point-and-shoot camera. And yeah, give it a thumbs up if you like this video, and comment below if you have any questions or if you enjoyed this video. Thanks. Bye!